Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Mega Man 5 for the Game Boy, as well as the Super Game Boy. Unlike the other Game Boy Mega Man games, this one doesn't copy from the NES games. Rather, it goes in a different direction. The game starts with Mega Man and Roll just minding their own business, when all of a sudden, this robot named Terra shows up and just totally annihilates Mega Man in one shot, all while the Mega Buster has no effect on him whatsoever. Somehow, Mega Man wakes up in Dr. Light's lab, and the Mega Buster is now replaced with the Mega Arm, which will work against Terra as well as his men, who are known as the Stardroids. So, now that we know about the Stardroids and Terra, and now that we know that the Stardroids are trying to destroy the world, we obviously have to go after them. And I've let this intro replay for long enough. I'm going straight to the start of the game. And when you start the game, you start out in Dr. Light's lab. Mega Man, our world is once again in chaos. The alien robots call themselves Stardroids and have conquered most of our major cities. They are constructed of alien material which render our weapons useless. But I have done some analysis and constructed a new weapon for you. It will replace your Super Mega Buster. In other words, it replaces the Charge Shot. Introducing the Mega Arm. It is called the Mega Arm, and it allows you to charge energy in your fist before you fire it. By the way, you can press A, B, or any button on the control pad to advance attacks. I have also created a new assistant for you. His name is Tango. I'll enhance this item replicator to make powerful items for you. Collect as many P-chips as possible and return to my lab to exchange them for power-up items. Good luck, Mega Man! And from here, we head to the main stage select screen. So, Mercury is highlighted by default. From left to right, we have Mars, Mercury, Venus, and Neptune. We have to face the first 4 Stardroids in order to face the other 4. And there are 2 Stardroids who we can face with the Arm Cannon, or the Mega Buster, depending on what you want to call it. There's Mercury and Neptune. I will take them both on. I also want to mention that you can press select to go back to Dr. Light's lab with P-chips if you want to buy stuff. And I might as well explain what you can get here. You can get little fragments for energy cans, collect 4 of these, and you can earn an E-Tank. Just like in Mega Man 4, you need 20 chips for these. Matter of fact, we need P-chips to buy anything here. And we can scroll through here with left and right. There is the CL item, which allows you... Let me check my notes here quickly. This allows you to grab enemies and just attack them over and over. You shoot the Mega Arm, it latches onto an enemy, and you can either hold B or rapidly tap B, and you can just do extra damage to enemies. This is known as the Clobber Hand or the Claw. It won't work on every enemy. There's also the Magnet Hand. This allows you to grab items with the Mega Arm. There's the S tank, which refills all weapon and life energy. There's the energy balancer, which allows you to automatically refill the weapon with the lowest amount of ammo. Extra lives. A weapon energy refill. There's the E tank, which completely refills your energy in case you use one. And a W tank to refill all of your weapon energy. And if we press B, we can leave. Dr. Light will ask us if we're finished, and we press the appropriate button, B for no, A for yes. And with that, we can leave Dr. Light's lab, and we can tackle Mercury. I have been talking for long enough. It's been almost 9 minutes now. Alright. So, B's your attack, A's your jump. Down and A lets you slide. Left and right lets you move left and right. That's pretty much all you need to know. Watch out for the cans. You can destroy them, but they can also fall on you. And you also have conveyor belts, which randomly change direction, but thankfully always show the direction in which they will travel. These owl enemies will shoot 2 shots at you downwards, and you'll need to avoid them as you fight them. And I need to be a little more careful here. There we go. Now this thing shoots little dust shots, and if you do enough damage to them, they'll split into 4. Also, here's a P chip. Small ones are worth 2, big ones are worth 8. And I'm holding right just to go right. And I am taking way more damage than I would like. Am I going to die here? Well, I was going to die eventually anyway, because I was not paying attention and I was losing far more energy than I would have liked. Hopefully this won't start off like my Mega Man 4 NES Let's Play, and I lose all my lives on the first level. But we have Infinite Continues, just like in every other Mega Man game from this era, so it's not like it's going to be that much of a problem. I need to be careful here. Again. And that's weapon energy. And we can't get the P-chips ever again, and I'm carefully avoiding the spikes there. Can't get the P-chips, even if I wanted to. And that big pickup there, that's a large energy pickup. Could have used that if I survived. I'll grab it anyway. Let's slide forward. And this enemy. This thing will teleport above where you're currently standing whenever you try to attack it or approach it. As for that enemy from earlier, you have to shoot it in the head, the enemy from the previous screen, and once you do enough damage to it, the little rotary blade will remain, and it'll just rocket towards you, and you have to jump over it. And we need to jump after that slide, so that way we can get over there. Now, we have another one of these things. Again, shoot it in the head. Try not to get hit by it. And of course you want to avoid that. I'm going to go down the ladder safely. And I also need to make sure that I'm in an open area as this floor rises and falls, so that way when the floor rises I don't get crushed between the floor and the ceiling. Because that will be instant death just like every other Mega Man game that we've played before on this channel. I mean, we really don't want to do that. I mean, it already gives me, like, bad memories of... Yeah, it was 3 that had Dustman in it. At least out of the Game Boy games, it was 3 that had Dustman. These guys have hammers. The debris will hurt you. The debris is in groups of 4, and they just kind of sprout out like fireballs out of a volcano. Now these guys grab little pieces of metal and split them into an 8-way shot, which you definitely want to avoid. And when you slide for that energy, as soon as you grab it, immediately hold left. That way you don't get destroyed by the spikes that are ahead. And an extra life to replace the one I lost? Yes, please. Watch out for the can there. And if we had the ability, if we had the Magnet Hand, we could grab all that and get an E-Tank. But we can't do that yet, so we're just going to skip all that. We will have to slide over that, but it was so worth it. Let's grab the P-Chip. Let's watch out for the spikes, because again, instant death. And somehow I managed to do enough damage before it could actually attack. Now, when that thing does the crushing attack that creates the 8-way shot, it is invulnerable. So you'll have to stop attacking and start dodging before you can fight it again. And here we are at the boss. We are going to fight Mercury. You can use salt water, which is NE, or you can use the arm cannon. You do not want to get shot by that because it actually takes away your P-Chips. And you do not want your P-Chips taken away. Now, Mercury does different things depending on what side he's on, what side of the screen he's on when you shoot him. If he's on the right, he splits into 3, the 3 pieces bounce, and you have to slide over him. Or move over him. And I just lost P-Chips. If he's on the left, he slides to the right, and he leaves pieces of himself behind. And when they reconvene, you want to hit him again. You want to hit him before he shoots you, because his weapon will take away your P-Chips, and that's no fun for anyone. Also, I recommend using the Mega Arm only if you're up close to him. Otherwise, avoid the shots and just hit him with a regular pellet. And for beating Mercury, we get a weapon just like we did with the Robot Masters from all the other games. We do get weapons from the Stardroids, which is a cool thing. And for this particular instance, we get the Grab Buster, which, just like Mercury's version of the weapon, we can fire that at enemies and we can take things from them. Usually health. Just make sure you watch the ammunition meter. And we have a password. E for Eddie, T for Tango, and R for Rush. I need to show Tango off because I know I'm going to forget. And I'm going to leave this password on just a little while longer. And I'll just go here. And from here we can either press A to select another stage or press B to go to the Light Lab. They spelled it right this time. Let's see how many P-Chips we have. It's 36. Okay. Not enough for what I really like. I'm just going to press right and then just leave. And now Mercury is shadowed out, but we can go back to his stage if we want to, which is good, because sometimes you may have to go back to a stage in order to get anything there. Here's Neptune stage. We might as well play it. I might as well mention that I will be playing 2 levels per video, just like I have with Mega Man games in the past. And here we are on what looks like a battleship. That thing, it shoots at you. If you approach it, it grows legs and you can destroy it. This thing looks like a tank. It does a lot of damage. If you know what you're doing, you can destroy it fairly quickly. As for these helicopters, it takes 3 shots, fully charged shots from the Mega Arm to destroy it. And that was 3. I'm going to wait for that thing to shoot again. Take it down. Alright. And, yeah, if you know what you're doing, you can take the big ones out with 1 Mega Arm. So the helicopters, they not only shoot downwards, 3 bullets at a time, but they can also fire a missile at you. And the missile follows you around until you either shoot it down or you take this guy down, whichever happens first. And thankfully, I'm able to easily avoid the missile and take that thing down. I'm just going to avoid that thing altogether. And I'm going to drop into the ship. Now these things, they explode, and the explosion does do damage. Also, be careful where you shoot around here, because there will be parts of the pipes that shoot out steam, kind of like Waveman Stage in the 5th NES game. Other times, they'll just shoot out water if you manage to blast them with your weapon. Apparently that thing needs to stand still for you to destroy that thing with 1 mega arm. Good to know. And yeah, that's what I was talking about there. If you cause steam to pop out of the pipes, you'll need to wait for it to stop shooting out steam before you can move forward. Again, much like Waveman Stage from the 5th Nintendo game. Not that I mind. I did kind of like that a little bit. Yeah, if there's a crack in the pipes, but there's nothing coming out of it, don't shoot it. Otherwise, you're going to have a little more difficult time. And these things, they take 2 regular shots to destroy, but if I keep moving forward and back, I can keep spawning this thing. And enemies here are pretty generous with power-ups, and I can just keep going through here, and I can get a bunch of pickups within minutes. Sometimes it'll be small weapon pickups like what I just picked up. Sometimes it'll be the small P-chips, like that. Other times I can get tiny circles like that that give me a little bit of health back. That's the small weapon pickup in case you weren't paying attention. Alright. Wait for the steam to stop steaming. Now, if we had the magnet hand, I could get stuff around here. But I don't have it. I still want it, though. And by it, I mean the extra life and the health. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to carefully make my way to the top, avoiding the steam as I do. And I'm going to hold left once I drop back down. There's our health. Or there's our extra life, rather. I'm going to wait for that just to be safe. And you can drop down and get the health that way, which is pretty cool. Also, that seemed to serve no purpose now that I got hit again. Alright. Give ourselves a little bit of a head start before we make our way back up. And now we're gonna wait for the steam again. Make our move. Once the steam stops steaming, and we can get back here. Alright. Jump and slide. We need to be careful here, because the game does not consider spikes to be ceiling. Then again, when does any Mega Man game consider spikes to be ceiling? Yeah, if you don't do it at the proper distance, you will stand back up and hit your head on the spikes and die. And of course, just like in every other Mega Man game that has had water physics, you jump really high when you hold the jump button. So you just have to be careful with your jumps there. And we see the Stardroids logo and the doors. And it's time to face Neptune. Neptune is really easy to beat with the Mega Arm, even easier than Mercury. He does he'll do a short, short, long, short when it comes to the jumps. And either he'll shoot a big... Either he'll do that, or he'll hop in place and cause drops of the saltwater weapon that he has to drop down from the ceiling. Just keep hitting him with fully charged shots. Make sure he's at your level before you let loose, and then boom. If you have the photon missile, MA, or electric shock, JU, you can hit him with those as well. Of course, I won't be showing those weapons off until the inevitable boss rush, because I know there's going to be one in this game. And for beating Neptune, we get the same weapon that Neptune uses. Saltwater. So we throw some corrosive saltwater at enemies with that. You can either hit them with the big bubble, or the 3 bubbles that break apart and come out when the big bubble hits a floor or a ceiling or a wall. Those little bubbles can hit the enemy and damage them too. And we have another password. I'm going to leave that up for just a little while longer, as I get myself a drink of tea. And yeah, now let's hear how we're doing with the P-chips. 70. Not enough for my taste. I want to get the magnet hand first. I want to be able to grab items from further away, just to make things a little more easier. And that is 2 Stardroids down. We'll be taking on the next 2 Stardroids in the next video, so join me then for that. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!